Hey everyone, welcome back to Ragtag Stacking. In today's video, I want to talk about the latest state to drop taxes on gold and silver purchases. Now, this is something that has been, I've made a few videos on because it has been, very popular in the past year or so with states looking to drop the taxes on there. There do still seem to be some states that are holding firm. I live up in Toronto. I don't get taxed on a lot of the stuff that I purchase, but American Gold Eagles are one of the things that I do. So if I wanted to avoid the tax on those, I'd have to go to Michigan right now. If I wanted to pick up something that's under $1,500, because New York is still a state that has the sales tax on it. If you don't spend over $1,500, I believe it's an 8% tax that you get charged. So yes, New York still has it in place. California still has it in place. A handful of states are still sticking with that, taxing gold and silver. But this one, I believe, with the article said, is the 7th state to drop it, and there are some other ones, like I mentioned in previous videos, that are in the process of getting it done. Also, there are some states that already have it, but their exemption is coming up soon. It's only for a certain amount of time. So the states that already have the exemption in place, some of them are needing to renew it to make sure that the exemption is renewed so that no taxes come to silver and gold. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to jump onto the computer and go over the article talking about the newest state, or the latest state, to drop the taxes on silver and gold. All right, so this is the article here. It is on moneymetals.com. And it says Virginia ends all taxes on purchases of gold and silver. So going down here, it says, by signing sound money legislation last night, Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin has ended Virginia's discriminatory practice of assessing sales taxes on smaller purchases of gold, silver, platinum, and palladium bullion coins. And like I said, this has been a topic that has come up a couple of times before, and I have made a video on it talking about previous states that have done it. I believe Oklahoma was the last one that I talked about, and that left 7 states that still had taxes on there. So now Virginia is ticked off the list, so I believe that's 6 that are left. But it says Virginia has been one of the 7 states in the United States maintaining merely a partial sales tax exemption on purchases of precious metals. Virginia's regressive practice of taxing only purchases under $1,000 singled out small savers for a tax penalty that larger gold and silver purchases did not face, or do not face. And here it says, by enacting the bill here, it says Virginia has set an example for legislators in California, Connecticut, Florida, Massachusetts, Maryland, and New York, where smaller sized purchases under $500,000 or $1,500 of precious metals are still hit with sales taxes. And that's something that I was thinking about, because up in Canada, I can't buy any American Gold Eagles because they have an extra tax on it, because it's not pure 24 karat 4/9 fine gold. Anything that's less than that, we get taxed on up here in Toronto. So I was thinking, if I do want to get another Gold Eagle and I want to go down to New York, to Buffalo or Niagara Falls or wherever, I would have to go over the $1,500 purchase point to not get taxed down there. Because, why would I avoid one tax up in Canada just to get dinged with another tax down in New York? So if I wanted to go down to New York, I would have had, still, I have to pay over $1,500, I believe. So if I do want to get an American Eagle, American Gold Eagle anytime soon, I think my best bet would probably be crossing the border over into Detroit, crossing at Windsor over into Michigan, because Michigan doesn't have the sales tax on it. So I'd be able to go down there and not have to spend, up over $1,500 to get that purchase. So don't get me wrong, if I am in the market for a Gold Eagle, a 1-ounce Gold Eagle, then popping over to Niagara Falls would be a bit quicker than going down to Detroit and, take the family around to see the falls and everything like that, make a day or weekend out of it. So yeah, there are definitely still some tax implications in New York, and obviously those other states that they mentioned here, California, Connecticut, Florida, Massachusetts, and Maryland. Let me know if you live in one of those states, and if you have been hearing from any of your, local news down there, if there's any suggestions of them ending these sales taxes like some of these other states did. Going a little further, it says the full Virginia sales tax exemption on the monetary metals will take effect on July 1st and remain in effect until at least June 30th, 2025. And that is another thing that I came across in an article. I believe it was either Alabama or Mississippi. It was those two states. One was looking to get it done initially, and the other was looking to continue their exempt status because it was getting to a point where it was going to be, done, finished. Just like with Virginia, it's going to be finished in 2025. As I said, it was either Mississippi or Alabama had it where very, very soon their exemption was going to run out, and they were looking to re-up and renew it. And sorry, the next paragraph actually answers my question. It says, meanwhile, full exemption bills are pending in Alabama, so that means Mississippi is the one that already had it in place and is looking to extend it. Hawaii, New Jersey, and Tennessee are also looking for the full exemption. So it says, including Virginia, 41 U.S. states now fully or partially exempt gold and silver from the sales tax. And up above there, you can see the Hawaii, New Jersey, and Tennessee. Alabama, Hawaii, New Jersey, and Tennessee have things that are already pending. Hopefully those will be passed pretty soon and get that number down further from 41. Hopefully all states will be doing this. I do see, maybe New York and California might drag their feet a bit on doing it, but who knows? Maybe they'll eventually pass it so that some of these smaller investors can, get away without getting an extra tax tacked onto their purchases. And just skip to the bottom here a little bit, I will leave a link in the description if you want to go through the whole thing. It says states have been removing sales taxes for monetary metals for the following reasons. It says taxing precious metals is unfair to certain savers and investors. Gold and silver are held as forms of savings and investments. States do not tax the purchase of stocks, bonds, ETFs, currencies, and other financial instruments, so it makes no sense to tax monetary metals. Levying sales tax on precious metals is illogical because gold and silver are inherently held for resale. Sales taxes are typically levied on final consumer goods, but precious metals are inherently held for resale. And it says taxing gold and silver harms in-state businesses. That makes sense. If you live in a state that has the sales tax on it, and you can travel an hour out of state to go to another one that doesn't have the taxes on there, well, then it will make sense for some people to drive that extra bit so they're not dinged with extra taxes on their purchase. And it says taxes precious metals is harmful to citizens attempting to protect their assets. Purchasers of precious metals aren't fat cat investors. Most who buy precious metals do so in small increments as a way of saving money. So yeah, that's like me. I do not have huge purchases every month. I'm not picking up like a kilo of silver and a 1 ounce gold coin every single month. Just going by a lot of the channels and content on YouTube. That's where a lot of the stacking community is we have a nice budget set. It's not anything huge, but we have a budget set and we try to get make it go as far as we can, picking up gold and silver each month. But yeah, definitely in places where they have taxes for smaller purchases, it definitely hurts the smaller investor or stacker. But yeah, that is the end of the article there. I did skip over a little bit of the article in the middle, so as always, I will leave a link in the description if you would like to read through the whole thing yourself. So there you go. There you have it. That was the article there. And Virginia is now the latest state. So I do believe I have talked with some people that are in the state of Virginia in some of the comments on my previous videos. But if you do happen to live in Virginia, I'd like to hear how this is going to change the way that you stack. Maybe you needed to travel out of state to pick up some of your precious metals. It's congratulations. Now it's going to be a little bit easier for you to make some purchases. You don't need to plan out your route or plan out going to a state to buy your stuff where there's no taxes levied on it. It's good that you finally have it. And unfortunately, if you do live in some of those other states that have it, I'd like to hear from you if you're hearing anything locally about anyone trying to get this going. Any sort of representative or congressman looking to hopefully get this bill passed in Massachusetts, Connecticut, California, New York, and it said it in the article. I was trying to go from memory. But yeah, they did list them that they're still holding steadfast and not having those taxes taken off. But yeah, that was just a quick video I want to make because it is an interesting topic that seems to be coming up more and more as more states are looking to drop the very unpopular tax of taxing gold and silver purchases. But yeah, as I said, this is the newest one with the state of Virginia dropping it. But anyways, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you come back for the next one. Thank you.